Hey everybody, welcome to new fire alarm devices for June of 2018. So as you can see, this looks like it might be a shorter video because there's not a whole lot laid out here, only 3 devices, and that's because I just didn't purchase much this month. But once we get done with these 3, there is a much larger device that doesn't fit on this board that we're going to go take a look at, so that should be pretty exciting. So let's go ahead and get started. So first up, we have these 2 Honeywell coded pull stations. Honeywell labeled these as decimal code transmitters. So they're electrically driven coded pull stations. On the left-hand side, that's a model W854E1007-2. And on the right-hand side is a model W854A10012-EA81, which is a complete mouthful. So this station, I've described it a couple times as one of the strangest alarm devices I've ever seen. While the W854E works just like a normal coded pull station, for some reason this one you can't actually activate the station from the front handle, and it has some very convincing evidence to suggest that it was never manufactured to be activated by the front pull station, so that's really strange. I did a very in-depth video on these stations where I explain what I mean about the A model not being activated from the front. So if you look, I don't know, maybe like 2 or 3 weeks back on my channel, you'll find that video and you can check these out in operation and all the ins and outs of them. But for this video, we're going to move on to the next device. Next up, we have a Wheelock CH70 chime strobe. The full model on this is CH70-241575W-FR. This device I kind of pieced together myself. On eBay there was a bunch of regular CH70s for sale, all in like the $25 to $30 range, which is a little pricey in my opinion. And then there was a CH70 that was just the back part, so the chime and the board itself, on there for $3. And then there was just a faceplate for the CH70 and E70 series devices listed separately for like $7. And it was like, well, you know, why not? So I bought both halves, and then the faceplate came a couple days later and put it all together. So now it's a complete unit and works great. So now we're actually going to head downstairs because this item is way too heavy to have brought upstairs. And we're going to take a look at something else I got that is fire alarm related during the month of June. And so next up, weighing all of 95 pounds and being exceptionally difficult to move around, this is a Farraday MPC2000 fire alarm control panel. It's a little bit difficult to film with the glass window, kind of like my 4070S. So I'm going to go ahead and pop open the door and we can take a look at the inside and see what's going on. So this is the main display of the control unit. It's really difficult to see that LCD screen because it's so old that that screen isn't actually backlit at all. I mean, I guess it kind of is just a little bit. You're able to see it in the dark, but in the light it's really difficult to read. But it's just displaying the well, what would be the current time and date. Obviously, it is not March 15th, 1995, but that's the default time that pops up when you first power it in. So, the system is completely free of troubles. It's currently charging 2 18 amp hour batteries that I bought to go along with this, because the smallest battery you can actually run the system with is a 17 amp hour battery. Programming is unlocked, and so I can, you know, do whatever I need to with this system, reprogram it, add new modules, what have you. And speaking of the modules, we can go ahead and take a closer look at those for a moment. So looking at the panel now, I don't currently have the module covers installed because I need to get the little like nylon rivets or plastic screws that are needed to attach them to that black mounting frame around the outside. It didn't come with the dress panel. I made this, cut it out of plastic, so It is what it is. I'm still on the lookout for a legitimate one to see if I can put that in there because it'd probably fit a little bit better. But anyways, so going from left to right from the main control unit, the first slot is empty. You couldn't really put anything there because it's a little bit filled up with the cables from the parallel channel that are running into the BB2 buffer board that's on the second spot. The third and fourth spot with the green LED right there, that's the AM1 addressable loop module. This panel currently has one of those modules on the parallel channel. It supports up to 198 devices, but 99 of those devices have to be smoke detectors, and 99 of those devices have to be monitor modules. You can't exceed the limits on those either one. So even though it supports 198 devices, you can't, for example, put 130 monitor modules. It has to be split up 99 and 99 on the smoke detectors and modules. Next slot over, I think there's an empty slot in there between those two cards. Next one is the BB1 control buffer module that runs the NAC circuits and the AR relay module. The next three cards are both SC-2 dual NAC modules. Currently they're all configured as continuous and silenceable. In its current configuration, this panel has 6 NACs. Each delivers 24 volts up to 3 amps. So it each has an individual power supply. Down at the bottom you can see all the green lights lit up there. Those are all the power supplies. And then the module at the very end, that is a AR2 auxiliary relay module, and you can see it has 2 switches on there to control the positions of the module. On the bottom row, the first slot is blank again because there's cables in the way. The next 2 slots are filled up by the MP3 main regulated power module. That supplies power to the main control board, the AM1 loop module, and to the BB1 buffer board module. The next card over, filling up the next 2 spots with the first green LED, that's the BC2 battery charger module. It's currently configured to charge between 17 amp hour and 24 amp hour batteries, and like I said, I have that 18 amp hour battery set connected to it currently. Then the next 4 devices, those are all AR-5 unregulated power supply modules. The first 3 modules, each, let's see, the first 3 modules power NACs 1 and 2 on the first module, 3 and 4 on the second module. So the first 2 supply the first 2 NAC cards respectively. The last NAC card is split across 2 power supplies for some reason, so the third power supply feeds NAC 5 and the fourth power supply feeds NAC 6. I'm not sure why they split up 2 power supplies over that one card, but they did. And then the rest of the frame is all blank. Underneath the cover down there, there are 3 transformers. I believe they each deliver 5 amps each. 2 of them are TX2. I believe it's TX2. Well, 2 of them are regulated and filtered transformers. 1 of them is not. So it's either 2 of them are model TX2 or 2 of them are model TX1. I don't remember off the top of my head which is the regulated transformer. So I'm definitely going to go into more detail and tests with this panel in the future. Since we have this nice view, I'll go ahead and do a lamp test real quick so we can see everything light up all nice. But yeah, I think for right now, that's about it. Stay tuned for more videos of this system in the future, and thank you for watching. Have a great day.